for me, sub relationships, it's the most important thing is to make sure subs understand that you want them to make money. If you don't want your subs to make money, then why would they want to work for you, right? We're all in it to make money. And if they can understand that you as a general contractor, and particularly as a superintendent, you want to make sure they make money, you can get them on board pretty quick. They understand that, okay, she's going to protect me and I'm going to protect her as well. I think something else that really helped with me and subcontractors was just humility, where I don't know something, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to say, I don't know. Give me that process. Because I think too many times as superintendents, we go in and we're like, this is the plan. I need you to do this. Well, it doesn't work that way. Just do it. Like how many times we say, just do it without saying, okay, tell me why it doesn't work. And trying to better understand that. And when they feel, it's just like anyone, right? Once you feel heard, you feel more part of the team. And it's so much easier to manage subs that way. And subs on change orders aren't any different. You want them to make sure they know they're going to get money. We're not trying to get something for nothing. And making sure you're that good bridge between the subcontractor and the client so that everybody wins.
Right. I've worked with many GCs in my former career, and there were some that we were the best partners with, and then there were others that were kind of managed you through just like a hammer, like a sort of approach of do it or you will not get paid. You're in this contract now, and it sounds like you were more so on the former approach or the earlier approach.
Yeah, I think where I came in as a hard ass was we all have to be accountable, and we have contracts that we've got to stand behind. And if there's a change and you have X number of days to submit that there's going to be a dollar change, as a GC, I also have a contract with the client that I only have X days to submit the change. So you submit something to me 6 months later and say, hey, I want $3,500 for this. I'm sorry, no, I can't get it from the client at this point. It's not going to come out of my pocket. You've got to follow your contract. And I think that's the hardest part that I think some contractors, they're like, well, we were just busy. Or my foreman didn't tell me. Well, it's just business basics, right? You've got to figure that out. But every one of us gets held accountable that way.
Yeah, it sounds like, some upfront communication can really help with that type of issue, right?
Yes.
Call it out before it happens on both sides of that relationship, right?
Absolutely.
The deadline's coming up. Let's talk about it.
Well, and that's why I'm such a big proponent for pre-installation meetings before a sub ever starts their work on site, making sure that it is a functional pre-installation meeting, not just checking a box to say, oh, we did this, but making sure you go through everything, talking about these are your contractual requirements. What do you need from me? Here's what I expect from you. And just laying it all out, but also making sure, for me as a superintendent, I required that the foreman who was going to be on site for that sub attended that meeting. If the team showed up without their foreman, I would cancel the meeting. The information, there is a gap, and I think there always will be. There is a gap between the field and the office communication, no matter whether you're a GC or a sub. And if that foreman doesn't come to the meeting, I'm now expecting a project manager to relay the information. No, what's going to happen is the foreman's going to show up and want me to go through it all with him again. And no, I don't have time for that, right? Like, I'll help, but I'm not going to do their job. So those pre-installation meetings, you can get so much out of if they're done effectively.
Right. So that's kind of your trick for keeping subcontractors in the know, it sounds like.
Absolutely.